Change. It's everywhere at McClatchy. It's a signature element of the digital transformation taking place within McClatchy today. The pace of change, in fact, is unprecedented in our company's 158-year history. Technology has dictated much of this change. It has forever altered the news and advertising experience. But we're not just reacting to trends or running to keep up with technology. Much of the change within McClatchy is occurring under our own initiative. We've gone on the offensive. We've tapped into professors at Stanford University and its Institute of Design to apply design thinking to our planning across news, advertising, audience, and other areas of our business. We've engaged renowned news designer Mario Garcia to ensure all of our products will better serve a new generation of news consumers as well as the traditional newspaper reader. And we're listening to our readers and our customers in ways we've never done before. We're realigning the reader experience across different platforms, telling stories in new and powerful ways. We're expanding into online video, adding some 30 new video editors, producers, and videographers to our ranks to build an impressive company-wide video operation. The collective result is nothing short of a reinvention of our company. What hasn't changed at McClatchy are our values, our commitment to local news and our local communities. Our 29 newsrooms across the country have kept up and, in some instances, expanded their investigative and watchdog work. And we continue to develop new products that can connect our advertisers with consumers in the digital age. I'm delighted to welcome you to an inside look at McClatchy today.
The grand plan, so to speak, is to hire up a central video team in Washington, and the task for that team is to help train and educate the newsrooms on becoming more video literate and producing better video. What I'm most excited about in the big picture is the ability to hire a team of video journalists that are going to be doing high quality mini documentary kind of work and working among our 29 newsrooms collaboratively on projects and stories that I think will really find a different kind of audience than have traditionally come to McClatchy newspapers. And sometimes we're producing great stuff in Boise that Bradenton has no idea about, and vice versa. Something in Miami might have a lot of resonance in Tacoma, Washington, but they just don't know it's being done. So being that communication link to alert people to the good video work that's being done across our company is going to go a long way, I think, in the future.
I can see how it will wear you down, you know, like it'll literally break your spirit, I guess, for lack of a better term.
To be an American outlaw is just to love U.S. soccer. We love it. Like it's our own child, we love it.
We need to find new audiences. The work is only as good as the audience that it finds. We can spend months on a project and it can be excellent and it could win an Emmy Award. But if nobody watches it on the web, was it worth it? And so as equally as important as great content is developing an audience. And that's why social is such an important part of this project.
We've been reimagining the paper for quite a while now, and toward the end of last year started looking at some of the huge shifts in readership, the way people are coming to information. And so we said, let's move with and ahead of the market. So that began this process of reimagining, redesigning our print edition and our digital editions, and talking about how we go to market differently. So we went out to readers with a lot of questions, and we wanted to just listen to the way they interact with our products in print, in digital, and that led us to ask even more questions. And so what we've done as we've made our way through that process is take their answers and reshape our print newspaper and reshape our digital offerings so that we can meet them wherever they are.
We're using both sides of the brain. We're using the creative side and the practical side in design thinking to develop a newspaper and digital platforms that go to market in the 21st century that meet the needs of our readers, our advertisers, and all the folks that rely on the credibility of McClatchy newspapers.
When the California papers finish the first take at this in May, that'll be followed by a bunch of other papers rolling out in a really rapid succession, based on what we think we've learned here. But whatever they learn, we will be able to take advantage of going forward. And so, in that sense, this also sets up a framework where we're positioned to be constantly changing forever, chasing the need of the reader and making sure that we have a means by which to satisfy whatever that need is. So you're never really done with this, I don't think.
Children in Florida were dying, and they were dying in horrible ways, and they were dying at the hands of the very people who were supposed to be caring for them, their parents, their caregivers. These were children who had come to the attention of our Department of Children and Families in Florida and who had visited the families. It took 2 years to really pull the pieces together. We set out to give an identity and a voice to all the children who died. We used every tool we could digitally. We used video, we used photography, we used a rich database, we used all the documents that we had accrued for reporting and made them available to the public through that database. It was searchable by name, it was searchable by geography. We created a trailer and we put that out before the project rolled out to really try to get interest in the project before it even was unrolled in its entirety.
When they walked into that house, they knew it wasn't safe.
A Miami Herald investigation focusing on 6 years of child deaths uncovered a chilling fact. Since 2008, more than 475 children whose families had a history with the Department of Children and Families have died of abuse or neglect.
And we got so much traction from each child's story that by the Friday, before we even unveiled the entire project, we already had a response from the State Department of Children and Families. We held a town hall meeting where we invited state legislators, representatives from the Department of Children and Families, and so it was a really terrific way to involve the community that was so touched by the reporting that they wanted to be there in person and be part of the discussion. The fight continues, but the impact on children, we think, is huge.